So I'll just start, okay? Yeah.
Sure.
So hi everyone. First of all, congratulations on participating on your hackathon. It's something uh, which is like been we have been conversation with Siva and some exciting stuff coming up and like this lot of participants come. So we are really glad to be part of such an hackathon where we are seeing a lot of participants coming up and Web3 space booming. So I'll just give a quick introduction about me and my developer. So my name is Pranshul Saxena. I'm a CEO co-founder of Threeway Studios. We are a year-old startup. We help early stage back companies in developing their products. So some of our clients are Krida fans, ArtFi, Being Money. So these are some of the NFT projects which we have done. Apart from that, we have a SaaS product which we're working upon. So SaaS product deals in the blockchain-based database management application where supply chain management can be tracked, data mines can be. For that, we have already collaborated with IQ Jobs, which is one of our existing client. So we are like soon a lot of things will be coming up. We are also into metaverse. We are helping to build a metaverse for the India's largest meditation hall, which is in Hyderabad. We are providing them as well. So this is a brief introduction about me and Three Way Studios. I'll just quickly jump into that topic of today's conversation and what we're dealing about. So we'll be talking about NFTs in general, NFTs, how NFTs on Solana are behaving, how different chains are, which is more compatible space for NFTs. So in general, when we talk about NFTs, is more into treated in a manner where we see it as a sort of a PFP NFTs, but NFTs have evolved in sense of utilities as well. So right now we are seeing a surge in NFTs in where digitals are being delivered through NFTs and a lot of things are coming up in NFTs ecosystem as well. So when I see NFTs in general, I see it in a more of a community form. So how the communities can be engaged, how a crowd-funded network can be created through these NFTs. So right now, the Solana network ecosystem supports a lot into community building exercise. They have a good community people who are actually backing it rather than. So there have been like flaws as well on the Solana network where the network is upside downside, but on the on the flip side, there is a lot of engagement for the project which comes upon um, Solana. So let's say if in early stage companies, we are also coming with our own NFT collections, the DAO collection, where we'll be building the projects for you guys so that you can uh, expedite your project building exercise. So later there'll be a lot of tools and frameworks coming on JavaScript and where the project cycle can be reduced, the timeline can be reduced. So keep watching us. Like there are a lot of exciting things coming up on that side. Now again coming to the Solana NFT side, I don't want to be more into in sense of like just talking and having conversation. So if you have any sort of doubts in sense of where do you want to move ahead, so Sushil will be covering up the developer session where will be talking about how the NFTs collections are formed. Okay, so how the network will be coming up is that I'll first will be learn about the NFT collections on the developer side, and then we'll be talking about the how to market those NFTs, how the networks can be created. So Sishir, what you can do is like you can give a quick brief about Candy Machine and the Metaplex condition and how the NFTs collection can be easily created through Candy Machine basically. How NFTs collection on Solana can be created on Candy Machine easily. And then we'll talk about marketing side of it, how you can take these NFTs out to the customers and users who are excited to be part of it. Okay, yeah, over to you, Shishir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Panchal. Uh, Hello, everyone. Shishir here, and I'm going to show you how to mint your first NFT using Candy Machine V2 and Sugar CLI. So I'm just quickly going to share my screen, and we should get started. Okay, so is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible. Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, to get started with uh, everything in this minting platform, so first of all, we need Solana tool suite. So to install that, you're going to head over to the Solana docs. And if you are on Mac or Linux, you can just copy this command and put it on your terminal, and you will be good to go. Because I already have this, I'm just going to cancel this, and you can check that you have installed that um, Solana CLI using this command. So it's showing me a version that means that I have Solana CLI with me. Secondly, you are going to install Sugar CLI. That is going to help us build up the configuration and help us deploy the smart contract that we need. So head over here, and if you are on this system that you can view here. So if you are on Mac, Linux, WSL, you can use this command and Windows accordingly. Yeah, I don't think that this would be an issue. So after installing this, you can go head over to here and check again. You should, okay, sorry, I did the Solana version again. So to see the sugar version, you can do this. So it should show some version. If it is not showing some version, try again installing it. So after installing this, uh, what we need is some assets to deploy so that anybody can mint those NFTs. So to get those assets, I have a link here. So you can head over here and click on this link. It will just download some assets for you. The meta tags and the metadata is already prepared, so you don't have to do anything else. You just need those assets and put it in your folder and use the sugar config. And after setting all this up, you can just deploy it. So let's move this to our folder. So let's go to the folder that we want to set up our environment. So let's go over to this. So I want to set up it over here. So I'm going to move here, and this in this candy machine folder, I'm going to paste it. So we have this here. I'm just going to extract this, and we don't need this anymore. Okay, let's move on to the coding part now. So now we have this candy machine folder with us, and we open it, and we have some metadata along with this image attached to it. Make sure that whatever assets do you have, it should start from 0 up until the number that you want -1. Total number of NFTs -1. Okay, so this should be something your correction should look like. Okay. Is the background noise bothering me?
Yeah, sure,
No
it's fine.
problem.
Like, I just
It's fine, no? Okay, sorry. So in this metadata folder, you will see bunch of details like the name of that NFT, the symbol that we are going to use, the description that is there for that particular NFT, the image attached to it, and the attributes and the properties. So it is there for every single of those NFTs. And after this, we have a collection metadata, which is representing the whole collection. So it is like we have here numbers like 001, 002. So it is named a numbered collection, if you can see here. So that's why our symbol is also NV. You have to put everywhere the symbol, and so it is providing some description of it. So now we have the assets that we can deploy on Candy Machine. So after having these assets, what we need is um, just use sugar config. We just need to set up the config file and launch it on sugar. So we'll be good to go with our Candy Machine. So for that, we need the to first check which RPC endpoint we are on in currently. So since we are just developing and testing, I am on DevNet. I have to be on DevNet. So let's first check what RPC endpoint are we on currently. So using this command, Solana config get, you can get that. So we are on currently mainnet, and we need to change this because we don't want to be on mainnet. We want to be on DevNet for this one because we are just testing. So to that, we can go here, and I think we have RPC endpoint with us. So go here, and you can see different endpoints for different nets. So like we have devnet, testnet, and mainnet beta. So we are going to use this devnet. Just going to copy this, and using this command Solana config, we are going to set the URL to this devnet URL. So now, as you can see, the RPC URL is now updated to devnet, and the WebSocket URL is also updated, but it is computed from this RPC URL. So we are now on devnet. What we need is a wallet that we can use to deploy this smart contract on devnet. So we need to set up a wallet for this. So let's create a file for that. So let's name it owner.json. Okay, sorry about that, JSON. And now what we need is we need to put the private key of whatever wallet we are going to use, which after deploying is going to be the owner of this candy machine. So uh, I'm going to set up a wallet now. I'm going to use Soulflare wallet for this because we can get the private key in an array form, and we need that form. You can use Phantom wallet as well, but for now we are going to use Soulflare wallet. So I'm going to create a new wallet, copy this seed phrase, and put it someplace where I can store it. I'm just using this account. I'm not going to use it anytime later because it's just for demonstration purposes. So I have copied and saved it in here. So I'm going to say that I have saved my recovery phase, and now I'm going to paste it. I'm going to continue. I'm going to set a password. Okay, so after this, we have a wallet setup with us. So to get the private key, we are going to need to head over to the settings, security. Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, the settings, export private key option, and you need to put just click this show button. So you have this in an array form. Just copy this and paste it over here. Okay, so now whenever we deploy this contract or this candy machine, uh, this wallet, which means this 9gh6 wallet, will be the owner of this candy machine. But to deploy it, even on devnet, we need some souls. So to get those souls, we can just head over to soul faucet and copy this wallet address and just paste it over here. And we're going to request a devnet for this one. And we have some souls in our devnet. As you can see, 2 souls with us. And if you are not seeing those 2 souls, that might be because you are on different network. So make sure you are on devnet, not mainnet. So after that, we have this wallet with us. Okay, now all we need to do is just deploy this candy machine on devnet. So for that, I'm going to run the command sugar launch. So what this sugar launch command is going to do is it's going to create a config file where I will give a brief about what is going to be the price of this NFT, whose treasury wallet is going to be used here, what percentage is going to be shared with the creator as a royalty, and how many creators can get those royalty and in what percentage. So like that, those details. So I'm just going to run this command. So it says here, could not load a config file. Would you like to create one new one? So yes, since there is no config file right now, I'm going to create new file. And what is the price of NFT? So let's for now let's put 0.01. And how many NFTs will have in this connection? Okay, should be getting those. Okay, okay. So, sorry that I'm on wrong folder here. I should be on this candy machine. Now I'm going to run this command sugar launch, and yes, I'm going to create a config file. What is the price of each NFT? 0.01. So it says that found 10 pairs of assets, and is that how many NFTs you will have in your connection. So as you can see, from 0 to 9 we have 10 NFTs. That is correct. So I'm going to say yes. And after that it says NB symbol is found in your metadata. Is that correct? So we can confirm it over here and in the collection as well, NB. So I'm going to say yes. What is the seller fee basis point? So this is like the royalty that will be offered to the creator. So for every 1%, you are going to write 100. So for example, if I want 5% to go to the go as royalty to the creator, I'm going to write 500. So I'm going to hit enter, and there are different formats when you want this candy machine to go live. So I'm just going to say now. And how many creator wallets do you have? So this creator wallet will receive this royalty. So I'm just going to say one, and this requires a wallet address which will be receiving this royalty. So I'm just going to create new wallet here and rename it as creator wallet. Okay, so I'm going to copy this and paste it over here. So this will be our creator. So the total royalty percentage should be but get sum up to 100. So since we only have one creator, we are going to say 100. And we it says what extra features do you want to use. So right now at the moment we are just trying to mint a basic NFT, so we do not need any of these features. So I'm just going to enter, and what is your sole treasury address. So for that I'm just going to create another account here. Okay, sorry, add another account and going to rename it as treasury, and this is our account, and I'm going to copy this, paste it off here. So now it says what upload method do you want to use. Upload method is how our asset is going to deployed on IPFS. So if you are just trying to mint your first NFT, I would recommend using bundler, because any of other uh, methods will require some configuration, additional configurations. So we're just going to go with bundler. So do you want to retain update authority on NFTs? We highly recommend you to choose yes. And what this means is, let's say we deploy this contract and we want to update the price of each NFT. So if I say no here, I cannot do that. But if I say yes, I would be able to change that price or any other configuration. For let's say I put a wrong treasury address, I would be able to update if I choose yes here. So I'm going to choose yes, and same going to do this. Okay, so it is now initializing the candy machine, and as you can see, a config.json is created here. So I'm going to close this folder here. The candy machine is getting created. Now we have a candy machine ID with us, and this is going to be used for the mending purposes, which later on this session we are going to put on in the web app. So we can see here that our candy machine has been successfully created, and we can have a look at it using that link. So I'm going to paste it over here. So as you can see, items remaining 10 out of 10. We have all our NFTs now. So the candy machine is successfully deployed. Now what we need is to create a web app which will be able to uh, operate on this candy machine and give us some interface to mint those NFTs. So for that, let's head over here and okay. Huh. So just a second now. Okay. Um, so I haven't updated the key pair path. So my other wallet has been used for this purposes. But if you want to use this wallet, what you can do is you can go to PWD. You can get the whole path currently and copy this path. And I'm going to say Solana config set URL, paste it along with uh, owner.json. So that will set this wallet address to be the owner of this candy machine. But I haven't done that because my other folder has a wallet which was used to be the owner of this NFT, uh, not the NFT, the candy machine itself. So um, now I'm going to install a web app which will be able, through which we'll be able to mint these NFTs. So going to head over here, going to copy this and create a separate folder for this. Uh, let's head over to this web app and clone this project. Okay, so now we have cloned this. We don't need this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is now npmi. So it's going to install all the dependencies that are there and going to be needed to mint the NFTs. So while it is getting installed, if you want um, to use your Phantom wallet, you can do that as well. So, but the problem here is, just a second. Okay, what is happening? Yeah. So you can use your Phantom wallet if you want, but the problem with Phantom wallet is when you try to get the um, just a second. Huh? When you try to get the private key, um, it will show it in a format which is a kind of a string, and we do not want that. We want it to be in a array format. So that's why we are not using this Phantom wallet right now. If you want to use this Phantom wallet or this particular wallet, what you can do is you can get the private key from here, the place that I just showed you. Mm, security and privacy, export private key, get the private key string what you get here, head over here and add new account. And if you want a different private key to be imported, you can choose this import a new wallet and import a private key. So we can name the account, we can add that private key, and after adding that account here, we can head over again here again and export that private key. So it would be like this. So we can get the array format of the Phantom wallet address that we had here. So this. So now we have installed all those dependencies as well. So now I'm going to head over to this .env.example. Now we have here is your candy machine program ID, which will be used as the environment here. So I'm going to rename this as .env, or you can just copy it and remove the .example file extension there. So now I have to put my candy machine ID here, and everything else is going to be remaining same because we want it to be on DevNet, and this could be the RPC URL that we use for DevNet. And if we leave it as it is, it's not a problem. So we are going to use that candy machine ID now. So for that, you can head over to candy machine and go to this cache.json file, and under the program you have a candy machine key, and copy this and go to .env file and paste it over here and save it, and then start the server. if you already started the server, you need to paste the candy machine ID, and then you need to restart the server, because environment get set up at the starting of the server. So if you have changed the environment variables here, you need to restart the server. So it is starting now. It's taking a little time. Yeah, so it is asking me to connect my wallet. So let's connect the wallet. And it is showing the button to be disabled because I do not have any source in it. Or also check for the network that you are on right now. So we are on DevNet, that is correct, but we do not have any source in it. That's why it is showing a disabled button. So if we want, we can just copy uh, the wallet address here, go to Soul Faucet again, get some souls. So we have some souls here. Now, if I again check, as you can see, the button is now enabled. And if I hit mint, it is going to get us to this, the transaction approval. And when we approve this transaction, it's going to take some time. And now we have succeeded the mint. So if we head over to the Solana and put our candy machine ID over here, make sure that you are on DevNet. If you are on mainnet, switch to DevNet. So as you can see, one item is redeemed, 9 items is remaining, royalty is 5%, and we have successfully minted one NFT. And if we head over to account information, sorry, related account, and you can see the owner of the candy machine and the treasury and creator wallet. I don't know, for some reason it is showing account not found, but it is there. So as you can see, the price over here is 0.01. If I now go here and check for whether we have any NFTs here or not, so we can see that we have a number collection and we got the NFT of 009. Uh, let's say if we wanted to update this price, what we can do is uh, head over to our candy machine and update the price to whatever we want it to be. Let's say we want it to be 0.01 rather than 0.1 rather than 0.01. So I have updated the price in config.json. Now I'm going to run the command sugar update. Now what is going to do is update this price, and it says it is successful. So if I go now here and refresh the page, it is showing 0.01. And even here, if we refresh the page, it is showing 0.1. So that's how you mint an NFT on candy machine, and that's pretty much it to get started with it. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so thank you so much, Shishir, like for the wonderful session. I guess you can stop sharing now your screen.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, guys, we just saw how all the backend work goes upon an NFT collection creation. So, like we create a collection, we need to identify what problems, what community which we're building for the collection is for. It could be for an art community, it could for just for raising funds for your company, or you're creating a DAO itself. So when I say a DAO, I talk about in sense of what purpose we are solving it through a DAO. It's a kind of cumulative organization of people who have the ownership of a company, let's say. So I'll share you a couple of projects which are quite famous and like have been doing great, and we'll go through them as a case study and identifying that how we can work upon create a similar solution. So I'll just quickly share my screen, and you can basically talk about couple of projects. So one of this is just like exciting project like Degenerative Academy. This is like a ape NFTs which they created, and it's a massive on Solana chain. So basically, it's a 10,000 NFT collection, and they have been like doing it like more of a exciting form of art networks which they've provided. So as you can see, they have provided a lot of information about what they really want to do. So basically, they are creating communities of apes, but for a financial, for of a more of a staking platform. So let's say if you're creating a community around, let's say for your school or a college academy, and how it can generate revenues through it, and you can share it among the people. So let's say an influencer community is creating NFTs of the all the influencer, and whatever the projects comes, they will distribute among themselves, and whatever the revenue comes, they can share it among themselves. So is that sort of examples you can do it. So one of the coolest, which we have recently worked on, this is one of my client as well, was the being earning NFT. So as you can see in their website, they are basically they're trying to create an NFT collection for the people who are enthusiasts in the hotel industry or the villa industry. They can rent out clubs. So what we'll do is like they're creating a DAO of 6,000 NFTs, and those NFTs holders will be part of the DAO. So let's say if you're buying an NFT, you will be part of the um, you will get the royalties in form of money for, let's say, for the earnings from the club. So whatever revenue a club owner is running, it will be distributed among all the NFT holders. So we'll need a concrete roadmap when we are talking about an NFT. So let's say a roadmap or a white paper is must when I talk about going out when you're creating an NFT collection. It should solve a real life problem right now. So right, the days are gone when we're just buying NFT for the sake of it or for the transaction of it. Until a roadmap is not there, you might able to sell NFT through the influencer marketing and promotional activities. But for an increasing amount of, like, let's say, for how the project looks like a year down the line, matters to a lot of NFT holders right now. So they're also launching like the olives as their governance token and everything. So right now, so basically that's what I'm talking about. Like we need these all of information, that how what will be doing for like whatever what are getting about this, buying these NFTs. So a lot of things have a lot of people have perception that when you just buy an NFT, you're just buying an a JPEG image or just an artwork. But it's beyond that. So let's say if I talk about Bode Pyas Club is the biggest NFT collection out there. They are offering the community the leverage of like being the access of these parties, or being the part of that elite club which they get access to. So so a lot of people might be asking questions again, that why do you want to be part of that club? Because that clubs gives you a lot of access to, let's say, maybe the parties, or let's say the work, or if you're into business, you get to meet a lot of, like, if you're into Web3 and you are part of a Board APIs club, you can grow massively. So this is more of a closed environment parties which will like access to a limited people and a limited holders. So that's sort of a networking Board APIs club. So there are hotel NFTs also coming up. So people are the hotel industry is coming up with their own NFT collection. So what happens right now is like on the when there is a surge of hotels on a specific holiday or vacation period, festive seasons, the prices shoot up. So people usually book their hotels prior to that. So what happens if they don't show up, and they don't have to pay any fees because it's a free cancellation when you until you check in. So there is a massive loss for the basically that industry, the people who are actually working in it. So what people have decided to generate, whenever you book an hotel or for particular time for check-in, they'll be generate a particular token for you. And so if you even don't show up, they don't face a loss. But let's say it's an investment opportunity for you as well. So let's say if you're booking a hotel or a villa for a night, and you don't you know that people price will shoot up, you can pay, you can sell those NFTs tokens at the higher price. So that's some of the examples for you. Apart from that, you can also use this Magic Eden launchpad for to basically apply on that, and basically check to basically grow the community. If you don't have a lot of marketing fund and your idea is really great, so what you can do with it, you can just fill out this form, and you can basically write down all the details, and and whatever information you have. So what will happen, right? So you will get access on this launchpad section, which is generally not given to all the NFTs. So like the NFTs, the way which we minted might not be able to come here directly. So like a lot of engagement and user will be going ahead and like will be able to witness your NFTs coming live, right? So you can fill up this launch pad, and basically they will take certain portion of your revenue part from here to basically run the community, and basically how much. So also it will help you in raising funds as well. So like if you have any investment or you want to the investment, magic it really supports that as well. So this is a more of a Solana like in environment creation way. They have like really worked hard on creating this platform, and a lot of user actually is this more of a secondary marketplace. So let's say having access to secondary marketplace when you're launching your NFT collection, it's massive, it's huge. So that's just a quick brief about how you can go around your NFTs and everything. Now I'll be more shifting towards about Threeway Studios and like the future of Web3 and how we are seeing and witnessing it as a company and how we are building it. So just give me a sec. I'll quickly share my presentation and how we are working. Can you see my screen, Edwin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, I'll just move ahead. So basically, a Threeway Studio was born with an idea that people want to build on a Web3, and a lot of Web2 people who have not much of a great understanding into Web3 space want to migrate to it, but there was no a concrete solution partner which can help them, which can basically uh, bet with them. So basically, when you're taking a project and you know that you might not be sure, so you want be someone to backing it with their experience in technology. So Three-Way Studio was born with that. I have been in this industry like for more than 3 years. I've been part of multiple organizations. Like I've been working for a DeFi product like Spirit Swap, World of Yamloka, and multiple others. Like I was mostly working as an anonymously on Discord group, being part of that. But as soon as I realized that there is a lot of potential apart from that as well, it's a technology use cases of blockchain technology are massive, and it should go out. We come up with this an idea. So what Three-Way Studios implies that we help companies to build on three direction, like designing, engineering, and developing the product itself. So let's say when I say design, we help them creating an MVP design. We help them with the brand identity. We will help with them UI UX. We'll help with them like 3D design for the metaverse spaces as well. And when I talk about engineering, like it's a fairly complicated deal right now. When we're seeing a lot of products coming up, a lot of tools coming up, there is an underneath need as well to for having a custom solutions provider who can basically on top of it, which you can create a solution. So let's say for a metaverse product, which we have underlying internal tools which are used to create them. So it's a more of a you need more of a trusted solutions partner, like if you're for partnering in sense of a smart contract work, or like let's say if you're giving them an access to your entire platform. So that's what we take up as a challenge, and it's been a great journey for us so far. When you talk about developing a project, I say it's like creating it a more of a going out into the market. We're not saying the marketing term, because right now when you have product and it's still in the development phase, a Web3 project cycle is very different from a Web2 project cycle. Right now, let's say for like let's say if you're creating in a metaverse space, you'll need to launch your NFTs as well. You need to create a community as well. You need to have a certain sets of like session seasons and NFTs and other NFTs involved. You need the governance token as well. So it's a long way process. So like, so that's where you need a long term partner, and that's where we jump in and like we act as a technical partner. And for us, it's been a very great journey for us. How do we create these project is like basically we focus on the product itself rather than focusing on the different steps as well. We try to evaluate the idea as much as we can with bring multiple brainstorming sessions with the was just an idea, and making it more of a real value at the real time, not the building a product for future but for right now as well. We can obviously improve on top of it. So that's been always been an idea. So we have been helping companies with product development, branding, outreach, product creation, resource and assets, network systems, and operational support. So I'll just quickly give you a breakdown of each and every point. So when I say product development, I talk about all the development activities which you need. We'll help with you with them. For example, we have worked with Krida Fans, Art5. We have worked with Being Bunny, which you recently show. So these are the products which we have been developing as a technical partner with them. We have been associated with them a long time before even they have raised money as well. So the company's clients we have been dealing with have raised around $6 million cumulatively. So it's a massive for us as well, because when you are like aligned on the project from the day one, you are actually a part of the process. So second thing is the branding and outreach. We help companies to create their brand identity. We focus on that. The Whenever you're talking about a brand with the company name should be associated with a particular let's say it should give the vibe to it. So let's say trust or security or anything which the company want to project. When a product creation, we focus upon UI, EX system and frameworks. It's a more of a scalable part which you need to be sure beforehand itself when you're creating a product. Let's say you're creating a metaverse space for just to try out that how many people are interested and you want to increase. Your first step should be in a form that it could be scalable as well. When you're talking about resource and asset, we make sure that you get all the information from the market, from the existing. So let's say we have a good client network, so we make sure that our client engage with each other as well with the different products which you're building, so that they get all the strategies right in sense of some collaborations to be done, so that there is an push as well for us. Again, that network system is on the similar line where we are creating an engaging platform for our clients where they can talk to each other and talk about their product cycles. Operational support clearly means about like helping them with the fundraise, connecting with the right people so that they can pitch their product. So that's what we are like focusing on right now. And other than that, we are building a SaaS product on the underlying blockchain technology. We have partnered with a couple of government agencies to build a SaaS product on the underlying asset management and data management profile, which I previously talked about. So that will be coming soon. Another thing on these and on the helping on the product development side, we are building a metaverse as a service product with through which our pre-built models can be utilized in form of creating a metaverse space, writing identities in sense of like allowing particular NFT. So this will be already be done for the resource management, for the data management. Every part will be there, and you just need to a simple exercise for you to just to drop down your models which you want to use, allowing particular NFTs, or if you just want to create a virtual experience only, then that also you can do. So that's something we've been working, and like really soon you'll be seeing it out there. So this is the process how we are actually working upon, and so we just try to make sure that you get all of it and bundled up together, so that you don't have to look out for solution when you need in a more of a blockchain guidance as well. So let's say if you're new to for new companies jumping into a web3 space, they have a fair idea of how they really want to start off with. So most of the web2 companies, like we have been talk with mine and different other companies, want to try a bit of pieces on sense of community engagement way. So we are coming up with them like a metaverse solutions, like having an creating an space for them on the airports where they can project like their product and like basically market out there. So we are also into AR VR merches. Like if so for the promotional activity, we have created this AR VR merch. They are like a great way of a step forward of a traditional merch system which comes out. So this is just a brief about us, and this is just something what Threeway.studio is trying to do and trying to achieve. And we are always like constantly looking for a new talent to come up in our team. So like since you have been part of this Ur-Hackathon, and we are being supporting the Ur-Hackathon. So if you have any of your proposals, and you can submit to me, I'll share my email address, Pranchul at the Threeway Studio. If you have any proposal, or if you want to be part of our team, you can send us your email, and we'll be glad to have you on board. So thank you so much. Thank you, Shiva. Thank you, Ur-Hackathon, for bringing us on board.